do with life after death, with the afterlife. He says it's probably a lot more complicated than that kind of glib suggestion, but he thinks that whatever this phenomena is, that it is intimately entwined with us, and that it may have something to do with a continual kind of like push of not only our evolutionary development, but then act as almost like an assistant when that time comes for all of us to make that next big jump at the end of this material life.
Now, when's the last time you had Whitley on your show?
Oh, it's been a year or so.
He's changed his thoughts again.
Oh, he has.
And, now he feels that his implant is communicating with him.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah, and that these alien, whatever they are, is so advanced that, people with implants are not comprehending or letting themselves open up to understand that they're being communicated. So Whitney's only been on my show one time, but Art and me were friends, and him and Art Bell were like real close friends. And Art would tell me things off and on through the years about Whitley. And, Whitley has kind of been, shifting back and forth through the years. He's gone through a lot. I mean, a lot. And whatever, that implant was with him didn't come from the afterlife. So something is going on. And this is strange. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, and that's the situation with a lot of these experiencers, is that Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, they think that they're dealing with extraterrestrials from another planet. Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays, they think that maybe there's a paranormal elements going on with them. And that's always been an interesting thing about this phenomena, is that it's almost impossible to pin it down. John Keel often wrote about how difficult it has, not only for him but for other researchers, to try to come up with really any good conclusive information about what exactly is going on, because almost as soon as you think that maybe you're on the right track on something, then the phenomena goes and takes a hard right turn, and you're back at square one again. The other thing that Keel often talked about is that the phenomena is also very good at least for a while, in leading you into directions that you think it should be going, which is one of the reasons why I try to keep my beliefs on the down low, because the phenomena seems to take that and lead you into that direction, only then to go and dump you in a dark alley somewhere, with the sound of people clicking knives in the in the background. Keel wrote about it one time that he thought that some of these experiencers' descriptions of these aliens sounded reptilian, that maybe these things were reptiles of some kind. And as soon as he started thinking about that, then he started having some of his, he called them silent contactees. These were people who did not want any kind of publicity, didn't tell really anybody, with the exception of maybe him, about what was going on in their lives, these contactees started calling him up, telling about how their visitors all of a sudden had developed an interest, say, like in eggs. They wanted the experiencer to bring them eggs, and they would sit at the table and suck the yolk out through a little hole in the eggs with their mouths, like a snake would do. And it was almost like this phenomena had managed to read Keel's mind, and was then reflecting his speculations. And that's the way that this phenomena seems to operate, which naturally then, you have people like Keel and Jacques Vallée who come to the conclusion that, you're not dealing with a wholly physical phenomena, that it has aspects of physical and paranormal, which, that's extremely difficult to conceive. I mean, it's hard enough to get, say, like any accredited scientist to look at the UFO phenomena on a purely physical level, that these are physical craft coming from other planets. Then go and throw in the idea that you're dealing with possibly a paranormal, interdimensional, or whatever type of phenomena. They're going to throw their hands out and call them in with the white coats in on you.
It's not just about ufology. The same thing is going now on Bigfoot. One of the oldest Bigfoot, hunters out there who wrote numerous books, it's going around, is now switched over from being a flesh and blood thing now to a supernatural, paranormal thing. I mean, it seems like people are grasping at stuff right now, trying to, justify, what's going on, because they don't have any answers. That's the whole problem. We don't know. At least the majority of us don't know. Maybe an experiencer knows, but I have never, I saw something, but I don't think I experienced anything. Well, maybe I did. I don't know. But I can just tell you that I'm so confused. And each time I bring a guest on, Tim, I go after the show and I'm even more confused. And I've been doing this since 1976.
I think that it goes beyond, even, the stuff that we like to talk about. I mean, I think that this is showing us that our reality is, as we look at it, is a lot more plastic than we like to think. That there not only our consciousness, but other consciousness in this reality. And when I say reality, I mean, everything, this universe, all the other universes, may have a lot bigger role to play than we currently understand. So, if our reality is that plastic, then we're going to see just all kinds of unusual phenomena, like UFOs, Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, things like that, cropping up all the time. Even things that happen that most people don't talk about because it's just mundane.
Yeah. Now, Tim, I hate to say this. Our time is up. See how fast it goes with you? One of these days, when you got extra time, I got time, we need to be on for 4 hours, because we could go for 4 hours. Oh, my God. We could. We seriously could, but we're all running in a metrics. We're nothing more than a computer program, hologram. Some alien came down here 10,000 years ago and took some holograms of us, brought it back to their planet, loaded it into their kid's computer, and some kid is playing a game with us. That's what we are. Hey, how can they find your show?
All right, our show is called Exploring the Bizarre. It's heard live Thursday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on the KCOR digital radio network. It's KCORradio.com, and it's called Exploring the Bizarre.
And how can they find you, your books and stuff like that? Where would they find it?
Sure. Well, I've got a website. It's called conspiracyjournal.com. And then all of my books, all books by Timothy Green Beckley and our other writers, just go to Amazon, type in my name, Tim Beckley's name, and there'll be enough books show up that'll keep you happy and reading for years to come.
Now, well, a lot of people that like me, that's what I do. Tim, like always, to the next time you're on, I want you to have a great week and, stay out of trouble.
All right, Gary, I'll do my best. Thank you for having me on, and I hope your listeners enjoyed it as well.
Well, I sure did. Anyway, Tim, take care, my friend.
All right. Good night.
So anyway, our next guest is coming up is Wayne Wilson. We're going to be talking about cryptids, Bigfoot, about a movie he made, what's going on, and what is he seeing. Again, check out our website at www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. And when we come back, we'll get Wayne on the line.
Scintillas in the stream, hoping for what's true. I'm trawling for honor in this shallow pool. Borealis starlit crown arches over the Puget Sound. His hair treats the horizon to Where is my lucky star tonight? The seventh sister of the Pleiades walks in beauty like the night. Oh, that is best, dark and now lost to me. Only trust in the northern star. That's the only point that's fixed. I once believed in love. Even love cannot bridge this rift. Where is my lucky star tonight? The seventh sister of the Pleiades, who walks in a beauty like the night.
You're listening to Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark with our host, Gary Anderson.
And that is me, along with James Kirschbaum. And you've been so quiet tonight, my friend.
I most certainly am not. No, anyway, but Tim, when he gets going, you just best let him talk and hear what he's got to say. He's always got something good to say about these things. And you're right, boy, we just talked to him for hours.
And you know what? I had to take a sip of tea there.
I was like, we lost Gary.
No, you can't lose me, not with my mouth. But I'll tell you what, again, every time I bring on somebody, everybody has their own views, what's going on. The problem is none of us know what is going on. But something is going on out there.